the railings, right? But this is going, well, yeah, so like this, see? So if you could imagine this going across like that to get that brush metal, and it'll wrap around like this, like that. Or if you wanted to make it vertical, where it goes like this, vertical, right? There's that too. If you do that, you need to grab this and rotate it like that. See, that way it fits like that. So you can pump this texture into your bump map channel, right? But make sure that you flip it. You flip it in Photoshop and save it as a, TIFF with discarded layers. And when you do put this in, this thing needs to repeat just on the vertical, like maybe like 10 times. Well, maybe on the horizontal. So that's basically where, here's this, right? What you could do is, I'm going to replace this. Instead of the UV tile, I'm going to type in here, brushed metal bump, right? I'm going to click in here, but first I need to disconnect it. I don't want it, right? I'm going to give it a base color like that. This, right? Right, this tile pattern. Hold on, why is this not updating? Oh, okay, it needs to update. Fine, I know what, I'm gonna get rid of that. It's annoying me. So this is this, right? I'm gonna name it ring shader now. Changed it, right? Ring shader. Then I'm gonna go into geometry tab, bump mapping, check a box. Remember, for your thing, this has to have its own shader, this has to have its own shader, this has to have its own shader, right? Unless these two are the same type of materials, then you can apply the same shader. Anyway, you know what, I recommend this guy, right, have its own shader. This guy have its own shader, right? That's what I recommend. But give them the same values, the shader recipe values. Yeah. Anyway, so this, right? Bump geometry tab. Click on the checkbox. This pops up. When you click on the checkbox, click on File. As soon as you do that, it already connects this to this to this. This is the little special thing that makes it give that bumpy look, the visual effect, right? Has pumped into here. This, right, is your image file container node. I'm gonna just name it brushed metal texture, right? I'm gonna click on the folder because I need to pump that image in. Always make sure you're in the right source images. That's where you put all your textures. Where's my brushed metal? If you see these, leave these alone. Right, they have to do with R node and using your images. It's like a link, LINK links it. This is this. Open. See? This is this. This, right, is a little special effect, but it's too strong. It's at 1. Set this to 0.05. All of this data, all this information and steps are in the Word doc as well as the videos. Right, see? But you notice this is happening. So, yeah, anyway. Level 1, level 3. Make sure you have this turned on. So you got that brush metal look. But let's say you could see it's kinda, the grains on it are pretty thick. You want fine line grains, right? You want more fine line of a grain. So what you want to do is you could go in here, right? You could either repeat the U, this column, set to maybe 5. What did that do? I'm going to select the mesh. I'm going to turn on this. And now we'll textures. Where's the texture? It should be showing up here. Why is it throwing me a glitch? Okay, now it's showing up. See, this stupid shit like this. Anyway, so here's the texture, right? You turn this on. If it does this to you, you just gotta just click on that, and then maybe click on that, and then click on that, right? And then turn this off, and then it'll show up. Don't ask me why, it just does that. Alright, so what I want to show is this. This 2D texture, right, it's fine. Attribute editor, set it back to 1, right? Select this. So right now it's 1 to 1. I want to hide the grid. See, it's 1 to 1. Now if I go in and I put this to, like, say 50, let's see what it looks like. Look what it's doing. See? And let's see what it does. So what it did, it repeated it across 50 times. See? This looks weird. So that's why I wanted to share. But if I do this on the V, let's say I put 20. See what it did? It did this 20 times. See? 20 times in this square. See this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 times. Right? This thing right here and doing stuff like this is used a lot to work on the textures, to modify it without having to go inside of Photoshop. Alright, so that's like 38 minutes. You get a nice fine line, right? You can also grab the 2D texture node. I can even rotate this thing. So let's say you can rotate the UV. Look what it does. Makes it more see look what it's doing. Maybe if I rotate the frame, and look what that's doing. Weird, huh? Oh, look at that. See, now it goes like this. If you rotate the frame 90 degrees, you get this now. Like that. This I can't do anything about. What I can do is this. For this guy right here, right now it's going like that. I could grab these, right? Let me just change it to UV dots so you can see it. Maybe I can rotate it to make it look more manageable. See, I just flipped it. See, once it was like this, right? Going like this, the grain, right? If I rotate it like that, now it's going across the grain. See, more manageable. This doesn't look the greatest, but still. So you have those options. Right? If you want it to be just back to normal, you can do that. You will have some of this banding going on, right? That's just the thing repeating. What you could try to do is maybe this is another trick. It'll kind of make it wavy. Maybe make it yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah. So you could, this chances are you might end up seeing some of it when you do a render, right? You could try to go into Photoshop and you could try to lighten this area up. See this? Let's see right here. This line is this line. This dark line, right? It's probably this seam line right there. You see that? You could try to go into Photoshop and try to neutralize this. Excuse me, neutralize this to make it a little bit lighter. That's up to you. It might not even be noticeable. Who knows, right? So those are your options. I thought I fixed this. Oh, right, because I reversed the 2D texture, remember? If I set this to 90, it's doing this, and then this also updates. Anyway, there's no way to make this circular, like a wood, right? Circular rings. You'd have to manually make that in Photoshop, but it's not worth it. So that's pretty much everything how to set this up. These tricks are applicable to everything in here. You have to be careful about this too. See? This right here, these gaps, they're gonna show. Just like this gap is gonna show. This gap is gonna show. You could try to carefully go in, right? Maybe turn on symmetry. First of all, let's check to see if this is clean. This needs to be cleaned out. This needs to be. This is bad. These guys need to be cleaned out. Yeah, this could make problems. Alright, good. Yeah. Alright, so that's 45 minutes. Alright. So anyway, I I didn't mind, you know, taking the time to do this. I know that you take your work serious and you have a lot of potential, so please make sure to work on this right here, and then this. Good. You could do, like I said, cylindrical mapping, right? Or, I mean, it has this. Here, you see this? You see what it's doing? You want to go into its shape, go into its subject controls. Watch what happens. It cleans it up. Before, but these need to be cleaned up. You could grab these, or you could grab it as a shell, right? You see, and then you go in here, and then unfold, straighten UVs. And then just gotta do some cleanup. Right? See? This you cannot help. I don't know why it does that. See? You could try to go in, do it. Oh, you can't do it, insert edge. You could do extrude face, do that. At least add that. But it doesn't even matter, because you can't even see it. Yeah, at least do that. And clean this up right here. Right. See? So you see what just happened? Before. Watch what happens after. See? Huge difference. This is a real, not a lot of people know about this. Alright, so that's the end of the tutorial. Bye.